begins in Irvine, California, as Orange County gets set to play host to the Phoenix Rising Football Club here at Championship Soccer Stadium. A big matchup here in Group B of the USL Championship. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis here with you, getting you set for one of the best games of the weekend in the USL Championship. They just played each other just over a week ago to a 1-1 draw, and we're excited to see what happens between these two tonight here in Irvine, California. Orange County and Phoenix have been two of the better clubs in the Western Conference the last couple of years. For Orange County, Ryan, Darwin Jones, their second leading goal scorer from last year, is back. Hoping to bag maybe one or two tonight as well.
Well, Darwin Jones, he is so fast off the mark. It's a handful for any back four to keep up with him. And with Phoenix playing with such a high line and a pressing sort of formation, Darwin Jones could find some room over the top for that long ball, which could cause Phoenix some problems tonight.
Orange County just one goal so far this season. Hasn't been the same issue for Phoenix Rising, and Rifat Dadashah has been a big reason why. 3 goals and 1 assist already, and he's really filled that role up the middle, up front very nicely for Phoenix Rising.
Well, so much discussion has been about Solomon Asante and Junior Flemings. Dadashah is the glue that keeps that 3 together up front. He facilitates, and he's tireless running through the channels to finish off passes from Flemings and Asante. Dadashah is invaluable for this Phoenix Rising front 3.
Well, dare I say, it's a blockbuster matchup out west. Orange County and Phoenix Rising. The rematch is coming up next.
Opportunity and a goal! A beautiful goal by Orange County.
Gets the ball here, cuts inside.
Goal! Orange County! And a goal!
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
The Orange County Soccer Club Pro Experience membership, designed to accelerate your training and enable you to reach the professional performance levels of the biggest leagues around the world. Membership includes free tickets to 7 home matches, training sessions with coaches and technical director Franz Hoek, live events with leading soccer minds like Brad Friedel, Raphael Wicki, and Keisuke Honda, and many additional benefits. Go to orangecountysoccer.com/pro experience.
Welcome to Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California, the home of Orange County Soccer Club for tonight's match with Phoenix Rising FC. OCSC is excited to return to play, but unable to host fans in the stadium tonight due to local health regulations. We thank you all for tuning in from the safety of your home this evening, and we hope you enjoy the match. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both sides tonight. Orange County up first, Ryan, and Rob Kiernan's really been a nice bright spot for them at the back, for a really strong back line for Braden Cloutier's side.
Well, he's a product of that relationship that they have with Glasgow Rangers. So Robbie Kiernan, at 29 years old, brings some veteran leadership and organization to that back four. And passing out of the back, he's very adept too. He got the assist last week with that high Phoenix Rising back line. Got the assist to get the equalizer. He's a complete center back.
Lots to choose from in the Phoenix starting lineup. Rick Shantz's side as strong as ever. But we are looking at Kevon Lambert, a guy that sometimes gets lost in the shuffle with that dynamic front three up front. He's so important defensively in that midfield.
Correct, Sean. He plays defensive midfield, and he's that cog that holds everything together in the middle. He's the Jamaican international player. He has some pedigree. He has a lot of size at 6'3" and makes life a lot easier for Bakarian Flemings around him in that very tight three midfield.
A lot of options there for Coach Rick Shantz's side. The starting 11s are presented by Kimco Staffing. Going to be interesting to see Santi Moar as well. That depth for Phoenix has certainly been one of their bright spots. Rick Shantz said earlier this week that over the 3 seasons, he had 3 really phenomenal Phoenix teams. Obviously, we'll talk about some of the records that last year's Phoenix Rising team set, but he said the depth in this year's squad might be the best of the lot. That's saying something, Ryan.
And the example you just used, Sean, Santi Moar getting a chance to play tonight. I mean, he had 11 goals and 6 assists last season. Heck of a player off the bench.
Now the teams for both sides demonstrating the united against racism for all of the USL and really for everyone around the planet, reiterating the very powerful message that Black Lives Matter.
What a movement, and no bigger stage than sports to have this movement flow through.
Well, these teams met just over a week ago, right back here at Championship Stadium in Irvine, California. Finished 1-1, a rare time where Phoenix had a lead and ended up dropping points. Don't see that too often, but we'll see how the rematch goes tonight. Orange County in their home orange uniforms with the black shorts, and Phoenix Rising in their road whites with the red and black trim. Yeah, a bit of a false start there. Orange County ready to get after it. As you can see, Jones at the bottom of your screen. He was ready to get underway, and we are underway. Orange County will go from left to right, and the rematch between 2 of the best in the West is underway. And it was 1-1 the last time these two met. Junior Flemings opened the scoring before Kevin Coleman came on about 10 minutes later and found the equalizer, and it was the first drop points this season for Phoenix Rising. That goal that Orange County scored so far, again, this is only their 3rd match, the only goal of the campaign so far, but they held a Phoenix Rising team that had scored 10 goals in the first 2 games to just 1, and got a very valuable point in what could be a very competitive Group B, along with San Diego, Los Dos, LA Galaxy 2, and Las Vegas as well.
Well, 2 tough games for Orange County back to get back against the defending Western champions, Phoenix Rising. Definitely test their mantle. But Orange County has to find a way to get onto the scorebooks. It takes so much pressure off of the defensive unit when you get goals and you can defend a goal. If you don't get a goal and the score is always at 0, the defense has to be perfect, game in, game out.
Touch there for Darnell King on the far side. The big notable change for Phoenix is the Owusu Ansah Kanto red card from the last meeting between these two. He was sent off basically with what was, at least in Phoenix circles, a tactical foul to prevent a goal-scoring opportunity. He was sent off, but the replacement, not too bad. Kyle Bjornathan, and Rick Shantz told us that he's going to slot right in. He's got a great left peg, and his experience and his personality are a really nice fit to back him up for this game.
Well, Coach Chance loves his attitude. He's the ultimate team player, does whatever is asked of him in practice and also on the field. So Bjornathan, a welcome addition on that left-hand side for Coach Chance and this Phoenix team.
Controlled by Kiernan. Looks out a nice pass to move Orange County forward. Initially a good turn, 1 back though by Phoenix, and King can move things forward for Phoenix Rising. This is where they can be dangerous down each wing on the far side. And that's kind of something that Rick Shantz talked about to us yesterday. You know, in possession, after the opposing team makes the mistake, obviously it's in their DNA to move forward. They have plenty of pace, plenty of power, with their counterattack. But I think the decision-making at times in the last Orange County game was something he was looking to improve on a little bit.
He wanted just a little bit more patience. Yes, they wanted to get into the opposing box with as few passes as possible, but just making rash passes and making rash errors plays into Orange County's hands. Then they can start creating a counterattack of their own. If they take care of the ball just a little with an extra pass, I think this Phoenix Rising team could put a lot of pressure on Orange County and force them to defend for long periods of time.
Michael Radchuk, our center official, just having a couple of words, trying to settle things down early on. That's a corner kick for Phoenix. And their first opportunity, 3.5 minutes in, from a set piece to possibly make something happen.
Pretty sure the diminutive Solomon Asante is going to get his hands on this ball. There he is.
His first touch, obviously very early on, but a chance to set something up here for a teammate. Good ball in, headed away. I think that was Kieran who got the touch.
Well, last week, Sean, this Phoenix team had so much success on set pieces. They hit the bar, and also Junior Flemings got his goal off of a corner kick on that same side.
Flemings slipped initially, but uses his strength to keep possession. Asante looks to pick somebody out. Header flicked on. Nobody there at the back post. And it's out for a goal kick, but that's what Phoenix can do from those wing-back positions, and the chance was created there. And it was Kevon Lambert who couldn't quite put that on target.
Well, Kevon Lambert is the defensive midfielder, but it shows the commitment of this Phoenix Rising team. He pushes all the way up into that danger zone, and Solomon Asante, with any sort of time, can pick you out, just like he did just now with Lambert.
That foul's going to go back the other way for Phoenix.
Sean Okoli, a target man, a physical number 9. He's the type of forward, Sean, that after the game, the defenders go home and ice their legs. Sort of attribute that any coach would love to have on their team.
Case in point right there, being very physical in the midfield with that challenge. Chance for Bjornathan here to pick it up for Phoenix Rising. But that's the counteracting part with Orange County. Obviously, Phoenix like to be very free-flowing, very tight passing going forward, but that physicality in the midfield for Orange County is what they're going to try to use to kind of hold them in their tracks a little bit, stop them in their tracks.
They have to just throw on this Phoenix machine.
Flemings back into the penalty area. King, a little ambitious, and it's out for a goal kick.
Well, that was set up beautifully for Darnell King. Just couldn't get his laces over it. As a result, hit the guy in row Z in his head. And it's a corner kick. Sorry, goal kick rather.
Well, this is a mistake here. Dadashov with a chance. He finds Asante. Chance for the shot. It's blocked. Appeals for handball. Asante stopped. Orange County clears. And it'll go back out for an Orange County throw on that far side. Boy, the tiniest mistakes. It was Frederick Dew on his debut, by the way, for Orange County, misplacing a pass there. And Dadashov almost had a shot on goal. Maybe could have taken it first time.
Well, we talked about Dadashov being the glue of this front three. At that point, any coach would want to see his number 9 have a crack on goal. He had some daylight. He was in a great position. Chose to pass it to Asante, which has worked well in the past. But in that instance, Dadashov should have had a shot.
Lubin will control for Phoenix at the back. Farrell. Corey Whelan looking for some help. Back to Farrell. Caro surveying the scene. Frederick Dew, though, out in front of Asante to gobble that up for OC. This is where Phoenix loves to turn it up. And they force a turnover. Darwin Jones couldn't control it on the near side.
You know, we talked to Coach Shantz about the heavy metal football. It is his rock star from minute 1 to minute 90. High press, a lot of pressure on the Orange tonight. And the ball handling skills of this midfield of Orange County have to be on top of their game, because the White are going to be relentless in pressuring the ball.
Yeah, Coach Shantz told us, that front three, they study the Liverpool front three of the Premier League. That goes out for a corner kick. Good job by Bjornathan that time to force it again. But like you said, it's that similar style that Liverpool like to play, where as soon as they lose the ball, it's a push-up. They try to get more players onto the ball. They try to get the midfield and the back line as much to think about as possible. They try to turn you over, and that pressure can lead to a lot of goals, which is what Phoenix have done already this season. 11 goals in 3 games. Ball by Asante is cleared out of the penalty area. And now can Orange County possibly counterattack here? Jones was the target. Advantage is played. Jones continues. Has some space to run into here. Puts the ball into the penalty area. Chance here, but the ball is cleared only as far as Jones again. And now it is out of play on this near side, and the referee will revisit that challenge, I think.
Excellent refereeing. The counterattack was on.
And the booking is confirmed there. And it was Santi Moar who has been booked for that challenge.
Just an excellent decision by referee Michael Radchuk, allowing the play to flow. And then when the ball went out of play, then made his decision. Look at Santi Moar with a late challenge. Darwin Jones was free. There it is. It was on the big number 9, Sean Okoli. And the yellow card goes to the Spaniard, Moar. But waited for the ball to go out of play. Here's Moar. And then the yellow card was delivered.
Very late challenge there by Santi Moar, though he was, again, one of the players that we were talking about, Ryan, before the game, just based on the depth that Rick Shantz has with his addition this season. We're talking about it, and we're thinking, man, you know, when's this guy going to play? There's so much talent on this Phoenix team.
I mean, with that successful run that New Mexico had last year, Santi Moar was in the thick of things with 11 goals and 6 assists, and yet can't find any sort of playing time on this Phoenix Rising front 3. Coach Shantz decides to bring Flemings back into the midfield, opening up a spot for Moar, who seems to be out on the left-hand side.
Jones picked that pass off nicely. A little give and go back to Jones. And he saves it. Does really well, Darwin Jones. Placed it into the penalty area. It was a good ball just over the top and out for a goal kick. Well, that's what Darwin Jones can do. 12 goals for Orange County a season ago, and almost was the facilitator that time with a lovely run. Almost a precision pass into the penalty area.
Well, Sean, we talked about at the beginning of the game how quick he is over a pace of over a certain amount of yards, and Darwin Jones showing off that speed again. Any sort of real estate on that right-hand side, he's going to cover that ground.
Both teams so far unbeaten in Group B play so far. 2 draws for Orange County, 2 wins and a draw for Phoenix. And as the stats will tell you, they've done it in 2 very different ways. Only 1 goal for Orange County, 11 of them to lead the USL for the defending Supporters Shield winners.
Well, that's why they call it the beautiful game. Different ways to get the same amount of points.
Not many options, I should say, there for Jones. Gets it back, though. No chance at the cross, blocked. And a header back into the penalty area. And it is shepherded out for a goal kick by Corey Whelan.
Well, with this Phoenix Rising fullbacks who like to play high, Darwin Jones is going to find some room on that right-hand side, the more that Bjorn Thumb pushes up on the left. And as a result of that, he's going to have some room to cross some balls in to the big Sean Okoli. Looks like OC is looking for that right-hand side sort of space behind the fullback to pick out Darwin Jones to create some havoc.
Yeah, they've been trying to give Bjornathan something to think about on this near side early on. Controlled in the middle by Chrysostomo. Jones, swarmed by Phoenix on this near side. But picks out a nice pass. That's one back by Phoenix Rising, Lambert.
Just look at the corralling by the Phoenix Rising, though. As soon as Ilowski picked up that ball, the number 20, the white shirts just corralled him into an area where there was no outlet. Just so much commitment from this Phoenix Rising team. Back
with Orange County. Lovely Ugly give and go there to try to break them apart. Ball through the middle, chance here. Jones around the goalkeeper, was brought down. Possibly was there contact. Lubin says no, it's a goal kick.
Well, what an opportunity. Darwin Jones knocking on the door for the opening 10 minutes. A through ball, beautiful pass. Number 17, Jones is in, goes around the keeper and just lost his footing. What a chance for Orange County, but it showed what can happen with this high Phoenix Rising back line and the speedy Jones finding room behind them. Just like he did last week, again asking questions, and it was almost answered 12 minutes in.
What a fantastic couple of passes there from Orange County to break through that defense, and boy, Jones just keeps his footing there. He would have had a tap in.
Looked like it was Christostomo who put that through ball in for Jones. Lovely weighted pass. Decided to belt the keeper, push the ball one way and go the other. Just lost his footing.
Fleming's on it now, scored against Orange County last time these two met. Leaves it off here for Moar. And it's a good challenge, but it falls for Flemings, and it's blocked in the penalty area. And Jones clears. Great defending at the back there by Orange County.
Looks like it was Finlayson, the big guy at the back. Excellent defending.
Just played forward, but the goalie couldn't quite get there, and it's back with Phoenix. And there's Lambert back where his position tonight, trying to set things forward now for Phoenix. King. Lambert switches sides.
Now this is the part of the Phoenix Rising game we're interested to see. No pressing going on. They have the ball in their own half. How do they build up? How do they create with the ball on the carpet, as we're seeing here? Flemings in number 7 is that guy. He's going to have to create some inroads in this midfield.
Flemings again. Lovely close down there by Aiden Quinn. Again, ball played over the top. It's another chance here for Orange County. Shot comes in, but it's well wide. And it is out for a goal kick. Okoli again, making himself a presence up front for Orange County.
Seems like Corey Wheeler, the number 4 for Phoenix, sort of lost where the ball was. And that allows Sean Okoli to step in and get a shot off.
Oh, missed pass there, or mistake I should say, with a misplaced pass, and Orange County might have a chance here. It's laid off for Jones. Overlapping run coming in from Finlayson. Jones thinks better of it and resets.
Sean, we talked about the responsibility of the passing with Phoenix, taking their time, just being a little bit more careful. So far, they've given up a couple of gifts. Sean Okoli has to be thinking it's Christmas in July, as the ball has dropped for him twice in the last couple of minutes. In a very attacking position, just from errant passes and misjudgments by this Phoenix team.
Chrysostomo has been really solid, number 12 at Orange, with a couple of passes. He's on it now for Orange County. And we'll reset things. Quinn lofts it forward onto the far side.
Aiden Quinn is such an orchestrator.
It's a good ball. Nobody makes a run, though, into the 6-yard area. And it's a last-ditch effort with, in the end, not as much pressure as you'd expect there. It's a throw-in, though, for Orange County on the opposite side is
Nathan Smith.
Oh, Smith put in a good ball, didn't he?
That was a beautiful cross. The weighted pass by Quinn to begin, and Nathan Smith just whips one in.
Just begging to be hit, isn't it?
And Zach Lubin was stuck on his line just because of the weight of that cross. It was whipped in, and all the defenders faced their own net.
So far, Orange County have had the better of the opportunities in the early going. Here's Quinn again. Kisipli trying to weave through a couple of defenders. Lambert there defensively for Phoenix.
You know, Orange County coming into this game as huge underdogs, but they've answered the bell so far.
Good pressure from Kisipli, but Caro had nowhere to go, but it is a Phoenix throw on the far side, as you see a couple of those celebrities, if you will, quote unquote, looking on. Mike Trout and company.
I believe there was a Devon Kerr sighting somewhere in the crowd talking about celebrities.
Oh, what a celebrity he is for us, huh? Devon Kerr. Oh boy.
Color commentator.
The red carpet rolled out for him. How about
That's right. Nothing like it.
Sitting among some of the giants of the sporting world over there.
Certainly dwarfing Ryan Reynolds and Jack Nicholson in the crowd.
Will Ferrell, I think, as well, a little dwarfed by Devin Kerr's presence. Here's King. Chance for Moir. It's a one-on-one situation towards the byline. It's good defending, isn't it?
That was excellent defending.
Finlayson again, Ryan. Fantastic.
He had a great tackle a couple of minutes ago. Was just strong in his presence just now to hold off Santi Moir. The type of sort of defending you want to see, not leaving your feet. As the great Paolo Maldini said, you stay on your feet as a defender. If you leave your feet, that's your first mistake. And Finlayson is strong in that presence at the right back.
And Moir could be difficult one-on-one with his skill set. Finlayson kind of made that look a little easier than it probably was.
Yeah.
It stays with Phoenix on the far side. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. It's been Orange County that have been pinging a couple of passes with the Select ball around so far in the opening 19 minutes.
Their midfield just seems so much more comfortable at the moment.
It's another good opportunity in behind here. Okoli could be in. Chance, goal! Lovely ball over the top, and Sean Okoli opens the scoring for Orange County. And Ryan, it's been coming.
The high back line, and Sean Okoli, who's had a couple of looks so far, makes them pay. This time on his left foot. A beautiful through ball by Aiden Quinn, the orchestrator. Okoli just muscles off Whelan, and look at the finish with the left peg. Just muscles him off and puts his laces through it. No chance for Zach Lubin. Orange County deservedly goes up 1-0. Aiden Quinn with the assist, Okoli with the finish. Orange County 1-0 over this Phoenix Rising team.
Goal brought to you by Hogue. It's a fantastic goal by Okoli with a pass over the top. And again, I mean, that's been where Orange County have been dangerous in these opening 20 minutes.
Well, with that high back line, any sort of daylight for the midfield for Orange County, they're going over the top direct. And Okoli just wreaking havoc on Whelan back there. Also Joe Farrell. And Rick Shantz is going to have to ask some questions with his midfield, like Lambert pressing the midfielders, not allowing them to pass.
Sipley was right there. That was another missed pass there by Lambert, and King concedes the free kick.
Well, they're just cleaning up the errors of this Phoenix Rising team and making them pay. They just seem so disciplined in their defense, Orange County, picking up their marks. Nobody seems to be free.
Boy, this has been, again, there have been those signs, right, from Phoenix in the early going, but Orange County's made it extremely tough on them, and here they come again. Finlayson leaves it for Jones. Chrysostomo forces it back, and it'll be recontrolled by Kiernan.
Orange County up a goal now. Let's see how Phoenix Rising responds defensively. They're going to hold some possession and see if the white shirts come forward and then can find some more room behind that back line again.
Phoenix starting to slowly push up again here. That front three is starting to try to collapse here on Frederick Dew, the goalkeeper.
Great pass.
Does well with a defined Finlayson, and it was almost dropped right into the path of Jones, but Lubin can clean things up as, boy, for a moment, Bjornathan might have been caught in between two minds there for Phoenix. Fleming dispossessed. Numbers for Orange County here. Another chance for Okoli. A back heel for Jones. Jones keeps going, and it's blocked out for a corner. Bjornathan concedes. And another Phoenix mistake nearly leads to an Orange County goal and could still lead to one.
And the pressure just wasn't that much. It's just Phoenix turning the ball over. At that point, it was the number 20, Ioski, latching onto it. Tried to be clever and just pass it off to Akoli, but the pass was too heavy. And that saved Phoenix's blushes yet again.
Michael Radchuk, the referee, just making sure it stays as peaceful as it can be inside the penalty area.
Well, I'm sure Rick Shantz would love some sort of water break, some sort of timeout, if there ever was one, just to get regroup his team.
Quinn will deliver the cross. Right at the near post, but there was a foul beforehand against Orange County. And Phoenix are let off the hook.
Well, it's time for the leadership of Kevin Lambert in that defensive midfield role to sort of bring the team together. Whelan on the ball right now, the Englishman, veteran player. Here's Lambert getting on the ball, trying to calm things down, giving everybody a touch of the ball now, get their rhythm going.
All in behind and nowhere really near Dadashov, and it'll be picked up by Dew. There's a player down here for Orange County that was off the ball.
With the long ball by Lambert, and looks like Solomon Asante had a collision.
It's Michael Orozco. Very important player for what Orange County likes to do defensively.
And at 34 years old, Sean, those hits hurt a little bit harder than when you're 24 years old.
Well, it's good to see that he's up relatively quickly here. And a little bit of a smirk, not really about the situation itself, but the fact that there wasn't a foul called. And Dew will reset on his debut, by the way, again for Orange County. And hasn't had too many things to do yet because of how strong really the midfield has been for OC so far. But like you said, Ryan, he's picked out some good passes and has been pretty commanding so far, so good. The first 25 minutes for him on his debut.
His distribution has been fantastic. We saw the left-footed pass he made to Finlayson on the right-hand side. It was perfection. And that takes a lot of pressure off, and it also creates a lot of chances for a high-pressing team like Phoenix. You can find some gaps if your keeper is accurate with his distribution. Frederick Dew is going to have his opportunity to distribute today.
Bit of a fortunate deflection potentially for Phoenix, but it's cleared out for a throw-in. Quickly taken by Bjornathan. Moar. Deflected towards Asante, who flings it onto the other side of the penalty area. Flemings with a header to try to keep it alive. Dadashov almost fell for a chance there. Headed flicked on for Moar, and it flies out of play. And it'll be a goal kick in the end. Boy, I don't think much of that was planned from Phoenix. A bit of ad-libbing on a number of spots there, and they still almost create a chance.
Well, Phoenix chose to use the area route in that instance, in that sequence. And none of their players, like Dadashov, could get the ball under control. Eventually it falls for Bakero. Then Asante with the flick on, and nobody actually got control in that sequence.
King lays it off. And many of the players back from that 78-point historic season a year ago, the 20 consecutive wins, still a American soccer record, a North American soccer record as well. That is offside on the far side against Darnell King.
Sean, we spoke about that incredible run that Phoenix had last season, all the records that they broke, and we're going to touch on just so much pressure on themselves now to follow that up in 2020 in a shortened season. But Coach Chance told us that the objective is to win that last game of the season, that final, which they fell short in last season. So even though they may not break records this year, this group has been built to withstand the longevity of the 16-game season and into the playoffs.
Phoenix last year, again, the Runaway Supporters Shield winners, and set 21 team records a season ago, and set 10 USL records as well a season ago. And like you said, Ryan, they did everything but win the cup. as that is floated towards Lubin. They survived a crazy penalty shootout in the first round of the USL Championship playoffs a year ago, and then ended up losing to the eventual champions Real Monarchs in a really crazy second round game. And like you said, Ryan, as good as the season was, and the amazing pictures and scenes from some of the crazy moments they had last season and some of the great results, a little bit of the taste taken off of it by not lifting the cup.
You know, when you get into a cup competition, things change. Phoenix Rising, when you play in a league sort of format, this style of play gets them 3 points more than everyone else gets 3 points. As a result, teams have to play chasing Phoenix Rising. Now, in a cup competition, everybody's at 0. People sit back and allow Phoenix to come onto them. And you can find holes at the back in this Phoenix lineup. So cup competition sort of changes things in a way that teams play against Phoenix Rising. And it played more into their hands than the Rising did.
Chance here for Orange County. Shot comes in, Jones just a whisker wide of the post. I think Lubin had it covered, and he did. It's a corner, he got a touch to it.
Well, Darwin Jones has been playing at a high clip since last weekend. Had some opportunities early on today. This time the Phoenix team seems to back off, and Darwin Jones lets go a scud from 20 yards out. Great keeping at the end by Zach Lubin. Could have been going wide, but Lubin had no choice but to go down for that one.
He's going to be the man this year for Orange County after Michael Seaton, who scored 13 goals to lead the way for OC last season, left for the 3rd Bundesliga in Germany.
Well, a great chance for Aiden Quinn to serve one up.
And meanwhile, as Zach Lubin, went away with the ball. A little more extracurriculars. And remember, these two teams just played each other a little over a week ago, so they're well acquainted, to say the least. And they've had a couple of battles over the last 3 years.
You know, Sean, I'm glad you brought that up, because now it gives a chance for Brendan Cloutier to look at the 90-minute match last week and make some changes, make some adjustments. And it's clearly been shown here that this half is Brendan Cloutier's half. He's made his adjustments. This OC team looks a lot different than it did 7 days ago. And Phoenix Rising have a lot of questions to ask themselves going into the half.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Brendan Cloutier probably couldn't have drawn up a better first 30 minutes. And that's going to head us into the first half hydration break. And you said, Ryan, I think Phoenix probably needs it a little bit more
well, Rick
than Orange County.
Rick Shantz is going to use every second of this break. The referee's going to have to beg the Phoenix Rising to get back on the field, because he's going to have a mouthful to say to his Phoenix Rising team here. Make some adjustments, get them pumped up. As we look at the keys of the game here, Orange County staying compact, and that's what's causing the Rising fits right now. They're keeping their marks and stopping the passing lanes, and that's creating counter-attacks. Now the Rising, they have to press the ball when the ball is turned over. They can't allow Aiden Quinn and company in the midfield to get the ball behind their back line, which they've done successfully so far. So once that ball is turned over, the Rising have to press the ball and stop the counter-attack, which they have not done thus far.
Keys brought to you by Easy Fleet GPS, keeping your fleet on track. Easy productivity and profitability with Easy Fleet GPS. Here's Sean Okoli's goal, really well taken on a ball over the top, and that's where Orange County have been dangerous in this first half. His first goal of the season. Orange County are in front, and they've been the team on top, Ryan, in this first half.
Well, the strategy has worked. We saw the ball pop out for Aiden Quinn, the lovely weighted pass, and the big number 9 there he is, Sean Okoli, did the rest, muscled off Corey Whelan, and a clinical finish. Only the second goal for the season for this Orange County team, and what a time for it to come against the high-flying Rising.
And Rick Shan's staff resetting things for Phoenix. You know, Rick told us yesterday that, you know, again, you could think, you know, hey, we're right back on track. We score 6 against T2 in our opening game, and then, you know, we have the break, obviously, like everybody did with the pandemic. They come back and beat Los Dos 4-0 in the first game back, and everyone's thinking, hey, you know, this is it. Phoenix Rising are Phoenix Rising again, but Rick Schantz was quick to point out to us, Ryan, that, hey, Los Dos were missing some guys, and, we were a little fortunate to make it as big as it was against LA Galaxy 2, and Orange County kind of brought them back down to earth the last time they played with the way that they play, and reminded them, hey, this is what the USL Championship's going to be like for us this season. And
that's the beauty of the USL. Styles make fights, and Orange County brings a different sort of style to the ring, as you would say. And they are a lot more disciplined bunch and have the ability with speed up front and strength with a goalie to counter-attack and create chances of their own, as we've seen.
Well, if we were in a ring, Ryan, I think Orange County's landed all the punches so far. And Phoenix needed to go to the corner a little bit and regroup.
That's right.
Here's Whelan as Phoenix try to reset things. And like you said, Ryan, it's interesting with Rick Schantz mentioning the connections with the way that Liverpool play, and him being an Arsenal fan mentioned to us, not the best thing for him to always have to look at Liverpool tape to show that his guys up front, but one of the things that team had to deal with early on in their group was, with their group together, was dealing with compact defenses and being able to break them down. This is kind of something we're seeing in early stages with Phoenix having to almost kind of relearn after they kind of figured it out. Remember Adam John moving on now to Atlanta United in the MLS, so different personnel slightly up front. This is another opportunity for them to try to figure out what to do in those kind of situations where you said you have the ball on the carpet and you have to make something happen with the boys around you.
Correct, and that front three has so much pressure on them, and with Santi Moar not getting those minutes under his belt, it's hard for him to fit in with the likes of Asante and Dadashov up front.
Chance to create something there. Ball was quickly cleared out, but it falls back. Another chance to put this into the penalty area. It's a good ball over the top and just over the head of Junior Flemings. And Jones will pick it up for Orange County.
The beauty of that Liverpool front three is the reaction time in the last third. And that comes with gelling. And with Moar in the lineup today, who's a splendid player, by the way, but he still has to gel with Asante and Dadashov. You can't be just looking for the pass. You almost have to react to the pass, which is also always a lot quicker than looking for the pass.
Yeah, when Phoenix, and even at times last year, again, Phoenix didn't win every game last year. There were times where they didn't get all the points. These seem to be those kind of games that they would get into. Looks like Jones went down there, didn't quite control that.
Well, Darwin Jones was trying to trap the ball, but instead of trapping on the thigh, it was on the inside of the thigh. And Darwin Jones' ball won that game 1-0.
Able to get back up quickly, though, luckily for him, as Moar tries to maraud down that far side.
Also, Donnell King and Bjonathon, they provide the width for this Phoenix Rising team. So as teams play compact, a lot of pressure goes on the fullbacks to provide that width and provide those crosses, and also to provide field position, as we see here with King. They have to be good ball handlers and have to be able to react to the passes quicker.
It's a lovely pass to switch fields over to Flemings here. Does well to get past one, and is fouled going towards the penalty area. And it's a free kick for Phoenix after Finlayson did well with the first challenge, but then Flemings used his physicality to get by him, and Finlayson committed the foul.
Well, Finlayson has been steady Eddie all night long on that right-hand side. Here it is again, the big switch. Finlayson using that body. And once Fleming goes by him, Finlayson's in trouble. Any sort of contact, Fleming goes down, and it's a tackle from behind, which leaves the referee no choice but to call for a free kick.
Kenny Finlayson, one of the Rangers loanees, Glasgow Rangers in Scotland, and boy, that connection has really started to pay off, not only for Orange County, by the way. A lot of good young players have gone over to Glasgow Rangers from Orange County as well to train and things of that nature, and partnership's already working out really for both sides in the early going of that partnership. That is blasted, but it's over the top from Santi Moar, and it's a goal kick. And one of those, just pointing it out, one of the cardboard cutouts was of Rangers manager Steven Gerrard over on that far side, and they're giving him a little bit of a tip to the cap, but with the integration of the Scottish players in this squad, you're seeing them develop in a nice atmosphere where they can play against other professionals. They can play against guys that maybe a little bit stronger than them, maybe a little bit faster than them, and they're able to really develop as players, and that relationship, again, is going to go both ways, and it's phenomenal to see it already paying off, really, for both clubs.
Well, football is such a global game. To get the opportunity to go to a different environment, a different culture, a different scenery, and learn your trade and apply your trade, it just makes you a more complete player when you come back home to play with your teammates or to play in a different ground or to play in your own stadium. You just become a more complete player being exposed to different styles of play.
There's a great series that actually aired back on July 16th on ESPN2 called Path to Glory that highlights that connection and how it's already worked out for both teams. Aaron Cervantes actually went over and trained in Glasgow during the off-season. It was one of those things where maybe some people at the beginning thinking, well, you know, it's another just maybe a little PR stunt, trying to get some more eyes on the club, but Orange County have stood by this. They're going right after it, and they want the relationship to work for both sides. And when you look at the roster, you see 4 or 5 guys from that from Glasgow, in Scotland, the Glasgow area, that have had some early success at Rangers and have come over and hopefully can develop here. And their plan is obviously either to play for the first team under Steven Gerrard or play somewhere else and be successful somewhere, I guess for their case, maybe in Europe close to home, or who knows, maybe even here in the States.
Sure, players like Matthew Shields, who's not available today, he played in Europe's U19 qualifiers, so he has pedigree at the under-19 level, but just can't get that playing time in Glasgow Rangers' first team right now. Coming across to the US, getting playing time, well, not today, but in other weeks, it's just invaluable for these young players.
Kasipley for Orange County. Almost misplaced it, but a couple of touches there. Finlayson kind of kept that alive with a header. Orange County still have it here. Finlayson on the near side.
Oh, beautiful.
Milowski did really well to find Kasipley. Couldn't quite control it after initially holding onto it. Solomon Asante, great lower center of gravity, holds onto it there and wins his side a free kick.
Ball never stopped rolling. That's why the free kick is coming back. But I love the little number 20, Lioski, for Orange County. Such an elegant player. Finding Kasipley there, but Kasipley's first touch was very heavy. That took the sting out of the attacking sequence.
Kind of feels like that phrase kind of sums up the first half. Seems like Orange County's kind of taken the sting out of Phoenix in the first 40 minutes, but we know anything about Phoenix, they're going to keep on coming. Moir's kind of been more on that far side in the second part of the first half. King left it off for Farrell and kind of breaks down there as Smith stuck in there for Orange County to win it back. It's another lovely ball over the top. Okoli's into the penalty area. And I'll tell you what, defensively, Kevon Lambert got back there and defended extremely well.
Well, Sean, one of the keys of the game was for Phoenix Rising to press the passer when the opportunity arises. Here's Quinn again, the orchestrator with room, had the assist already in the game, releases Okoli again. A lot of daylight, Lambert gets back. Okoli took too much time, and Lambert in the end snuffs out the play. Okoli has to be disappointed. What a beautiful pass by Quinn, and Rising not getting onto the passer. That means daylight, that means ball over the top, which equals trouble.
Orange County will take it short. And Phoenix puts the pressure on them. It's still in with a chance here. Finlayson lines it up, but it's just over the bar. What an effort that was. A curling left-footed strike, but doesn't quite hit the target.
Well, if you think the Scotsman who's playing at right back tonight only has a right foot, think again. Finlayson, number 15, here he is. Ball comes across, Quinn again, finding Finlayson, puts his left foot through it, just skims over the bar. But Orange County showing that versatility, and Aidan Quinn running riot in that midfield, picking out his passes and making this Phoenix Rising team scramble, trying to pick up their marks.
Oh, how good was that? Flemings is in! Back post, off the bar, didn't cross the line. How did that not go in? Santi Moar was on the doorstep. Flemings, it looked like it was a shot or a chip over the top. Moar, though, ran onto it and somehow, from point-blank range, hits the upright.
Wow. Well, you said, Sean, Phoenix Rising can respond at any moment. Look at the back heel by Dadashov, just divine. Flemings is in, the little dink, and Santi Morar inside the 6-yard box, only with a wide open net, finds the crossbar from 3 feet out. He's gonna stare at the ceiling tonight in his bed, wanting that one back.
I might do it for him. Holy smokes. Kasipli on the other end for Orange County. We're not resting on their laurels here. They've got a corner.
Well, end-to-end stuff. Flemings looked like it was a dink over the keeper. Moar with the miss in one end. And now we have Kasipli winning a corner on the other. 43 minutes gone. Tell the players that they are running as if it's in the first 20 minutes.
The thing that'll get lost in that buildup is the Dadashov back heel. That was sublime.
Just amazing. Putting Flemings in on goal.
Kasipli's corner, not quite dealt with at the front post, but the second header relieves some of the pressure for now. Flemings trying to run off here. Can he keep his balance? No, and he's brought back for the foul anyway. Referee thought about possibly going to his pocket there. And Chrysostomo, yeah, is going to be booked for that challenge.
He has made the thumbs up. He knows what he did. Flemings had some real estate to run into, had some momentum. And Chrysostomo just put his body across him and gets enough of Flemings. Well-deserved yellow card.
Easy Fleet GPS yellow card, keeping your fleet on track, increase productivity and profitability with Easy Fleet GPS. A booking apiece. Santi Moar is also on a yellow for Phoenix that he picked up earlier in this first half. And we're being told that there's going to be 3 added minutes at the end of this first half. But there's another booking here on that far side. There was extracurriculars off the side, and Santi Moar has just been sent off for his second yellow card right at the end of the first half.
Well, can things get any worse for the Spaniard? Misses a goal chance from 3 yards out.
And Braden Cloutier, I think, might have also said some words there to a couple of the Phoenix players. He's incensed on the sideline. This was clearly something that happened off the ball. Junior Flemings, by the way, not exactly pleased with what happened there either. There was another card, I think, shown, but to whom, I'm not sure. Santi Moar is gone. That's confirmed. 2 first-half yellow cards, and Phoenix are down to 10 men at the end of the first half.
And Flemings is still having words with Cloutier.
Well, Braden Cloutier must have been taken aback by what Santi Moar did. We didn't get to see it, so we're not sure exactly what transpired, but clearly the referee, Michael Radchuk, felt that he had to do something there.
But Michael Radchuk taking his time, writing down a lengthy note on the back of that red card. And there's Brendan Cloutier, who has to be happy with his team's performance, but certainly unhappy with Moir's reaction.
And one thing that we know about Braden Cloutier, he's going to stand up for his players no matter what. He was right there, and he's actually been booked. That was the second yellow card, Ryan, that came in, was actually for Braden Cloutier. For, at least from our perspective, and we didn't hear what was said, trying to stand up for his players after that exchange, which started off with Junior Flemings being fouled on the counterattack. But what a turn of events at the end of this first half. Like you said, Ryan, it was not going too well for Phoenix, and things you thought couldn't get any worse, well, they just did. And Phoenix are not only down a goal, they're down a man as we head into the first, I should say, second minute of added time at the end of this first half.
Well, going into the half, Rich Shantz is going to have to refigure this formation and start to settle this Phoenix Rising team down and get them playing back to their style of soccer for the next 45 minutes. And OC is going to try to capitalize now with the extra man They're going to move the ball from left to right, as you're already seeing right now, and make this team in white go from sideline to sideline. There's Rick Shantz, who's going to have a mouthful at the half. And here they are. They're going to use that extra space, take their time, make the Phoenix Rising commit, and then move the ball again.
Now, one of the positives, if there's any silver lining for Phoenix, and again, it's been as bad of a first half as I think I can ever remember watching from a Phoenix Rising team, at least based on how it's played out. But this is what Phoenix really has their one way of playing that they love to do. Again, down a man now, like you said, that's going to change things slightly, but this is their identity, right? And he said even going into the pandemic and coming out of it, what's made Phoenix still, for the most part, and putting this first half aside, back on track, if you will, has been the fact that they have the same style, same identity, most of the same personnel. They're a really tight-knit group. I could put, possibly, again, you wouldn't put it past this team to maybe get back into it in the second half, knowing that.
You know, I hate to say it does not all fall on Santi Moar, but him trying to get into this team and try to fit in certainly came back to bite them in this first half.
Well, it overshadows slightly the Sean Okoli goal, which has the side separated by just one at the break, but the Santi Moar red card is stealing the headlines at the moment. Still one half to go here in Orange County in Irvine, California. Sean Okoli's goal separates the sides. At the half, it's Orange County 1, Phoenix Rising 0. We're at the half, more to come, coming up next.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez for a Southwest adventure on Subida. Travel the state, enjoy the food, discover new artists, and fun things to do. Every week, JR and Vanessa share their discoveries with you.
Watch Subida Sunday and Monday night only on YourView and YourView.com.
With SDCCU mobile banking, you can manage, deposit, pay. It's like having a branch at your fingertips 24/7. Check balances, view account history, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. All from the convenience of your smartphone, at home or on the go. San Diego County Credit Union. It's not big bank banking, it's better.
Orange County 1, Phoenix Rising 0 at the break. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you. What a wild first half that was between Orange County and Phoenix Rising. Looking forward to the second half, but in the meantime, let's take a look at some of the best plays from Week 5 in the USL Championship. Some really good stuff from around the league. Had this one myself, actually, to Shane Beckford's goal against OKC Energy. This was just a couple of days ago. He was really a bright spot in that 1-1 draw. Took it really nicely in the powerful celebration at the end as well. This was the rebuttal, though. OKC would find a way back into it. Frank Lewis, the substitute for Oklahoma City, found the equalizer. It finished 1-1 in that game. Many people didn't think he'd make an impact in that game. He ends up saving OKC some points as well. Gets them, I should say, 8 point in that game as well. Lovely cross there. Back post, header is in, and it was Adula there finding a teammate at the back post for that goal as well. Chance on the counterattack. Another lovely cross into the penalty area. A couple of good headers from the goals of the week so far in USL Week 5. As Philadelphia Union 2 were off and running in that game. Even the set pieces, lovely header. Boy, it's all headers. New York Red Bulls too getting in on it as well. Strong header right down the middle on a corner kick as the Red Bulls were able to get a result there as well. Pittsburgh in action as well this week. It was on the other end. Big chance on a counter-attacking opportunity, and look at that strike. Goodness me, from almost 25 yards out. A sensational goal. That might be one of, if not the goals of the week this week in the USL Championship. Fantastic stuff there. Left peg. A fantastic goal for Indy 11. So at the half, it's Orange County 1, Phoenix Rising 0. Orange County also up a man as well. Plenty more to come from Irvine, California, coming up next.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Once a community's long-term player development pathway is established, USL clubs must clearly define their talent identification strategy in collaboration with their youth network. Establishing this strategy provides local clubs and coaches the opportunity to recommend top young prospects towards the USL Academy level and eventually their local USL senior team. As players are identified, the USL Academy League is designed to provide young players the opportunity to transition from youth soccer to playing at the senior level in 3 different ways. Players most ready to make the jump to the USL Championship, League 1 and League 2 can begin their integration into a senior team by taking a part-time senior status, allowing them to train and even play at the senior level while still getting additional training and games within the USL Academy League. Top young players projected to be ready for their first integration into senior team soccer within 1 to 2 years will be encouraged to register as the full-time academy status. Players with a longer-term projection towards the USL senior team will have the flexibility to continue primarily being a part of their youth team through the part-time youth status. This will also encourage further collaboration between the youth network and the USL senior team, as coaches from both levels can work together to determine the right time to move players through that established pathway. For more information, visit usl-academy.com.
1-0 at the break. Orange County and Phoenix Rising locked in another battle here in Irvine, Texas. Sean St. Jacques and Ryan Davis here with you. Excited for the second half, but first we'll take a look at the news and notes from around the USL Championship. So far, so good, Ryan, for Indy 11. Group E, they've been dominant so far, a perfect record. They've won 6 matches in a row. They've got that monster 29-game home winning streak as well. What a start to the season for them.
They have a veteran group that's been playing together for a while, and it shows. They're taking advantage of teams that are coming together for the first time and have new experiences with each other. This Indy 11 team are the real deal this year in 2020.
Pittsburgh Riverhounds have been phenomenal as well, but their 25-game home winning streak was snapped on Wednesday. Saw a little bit of that earlier during the Best of the Week segment. And Bruno Lapa from Birmingham Legion, USL Championships Week 4 Player of the Week. Birmingham Legion could be a team to watch as well as the weeks go by in the USL Championship as well, but also Pittsburgh has been really good as well. As we take a look at the Group B standings so far, again, this game means a lot for Orange County. They have a game in hand, so if they hold on here, this could be a big result in the group moving forward. But San Diego Loyal under Landon Donovan so far, so good for them as well. That would be a pretty good result if this holds for them as well, with Phoenix having a game in hand.
Correct. San Diego getting those 7 points early on in the season has created some sort of momentum. Orange County, though, just like you said, it gets them right back in the fray with 5 points if they hold on after 3 games. It keeps them within touching distance of the Phoenix Rising, only 2 points ahead of them.
Can't sleep on Los Dos either. The LA Galaxy, too, are off to a pretty good start as well. You can watch them on Wednesday. They play San Diego Loyal, 7 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN+. T2 host Reno Wednesday at 7:30. And then Orange County are back in action against Sacramento Republic. That's a pretty good matchup on Wednesday. And a lot of good stuff to look forward to moving forward. The Dogs are happy. They're looking forward to the second half between Orange County and Phoenix Rising. So are we as the sun sets in Irvine, California. More to come coming up next.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More, the Celebrate a Foundation that is enriching children's lives with strength, hope, and joy.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on Your View. Brought to you by Casa de Amparo, supporting those affected by child abuse and neglect through programs and services that promote healing, growth, and healthy relationships.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
Orange County 1, Phoenix Rising 0. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you. Let's take a look at the story of the game so far with the halftime highlights. And really, it got going pretty early for Orange County, Ryan, as their persistence paid off. They had a couple of early chances. This was the first big opportunity for Jones one-on-one.
Well, Darwin Jones started the game so well. Crisostomo put a through ball, tries to go around the keeper, loses his footing. What a chance that was for OC, but more to come.
Here's the goal from Okoli, and again, it was Aiden Quinn, who's had a phenomenal first half. That first touch was pretty crucial, wasn't it, to get to that goal?
Beautiful first touch that set up the finish. Right foot, then left foot, laces through the ball. But Aiden Quinn, what a weighted pass that was from the center circle. Here's Quinn again, over the top to Jones. Jones with the control, looking for options. They back off, and Jones puts his laces through it. And good save in the end by Zach Lubin. But again, it all started with Aiden Quinn in the center circle. 43rd minute. Phoenix Rising, the divine back heel by Dada Shoff. Cummings, the dink over the top. Falls for Santi Moar. 3 feet out from the goal. Finds the crossbar somehow. OC survived. Santi Moar goes crazy. And as you can see, coming up, just unbelievable. Couldn't believe he missed it. And Moar gets a red card just minutes after. And here are the statistics. Possession, we know Phoenix Rising will have 54%. They average at 56%. But Orange County is comfortable with that. Playing disciplined, marking their men, causing turnovers in the center circle. And from the center circle, releasing their forwards, Okoli and Darwin Jones, against that high back line. As a result of that, it creates chances. And that's the reason OKC have great value for their 1-0 lead. going into the half.
Those first half stats brought to you by Pro Sport, and like you said, Ryan, possession, shots on the side of Phoenix, but the one shot on target was the one that put Orange County in front, and that man there, Solomon Asante and company, have got a lot to think about heading into this second half. Again, not only down a goal, but down to 10 men as well. But you have to think, if there's any team that could figure it out, it's Rick Shantz's Phoenix Rising.
Sean, I'm glad you brought that up. I think this group, with Santi getting the red card, you have Asante now. Flemings is going to push up now, right up with Dadashov, with Asante playing behind them. They're going to play sort of a 4-2-1-2.
Across the country, healthcare heroes.
And they know what they have to do. They're going to simplify the game and play amongst this group, this veteran group, to try and get back in the game. As we see the debutant Frederick Dew, who's had an excellent first half. And his distribution has been fantastic so far. But this Orange County team, as we see Solomon Asante and Donnell King, the way they've played in the first half, they seem so settled, so confident now to finish this game. It's going to be all uphill for Phoenix Rising in the next 45 minutes.
And a quick there, a great gesture by both squads. A round of applause for the local first responders who've been helping to combat this COVID-19 pandemic all over the country, really. And great to see them. And really, it's been at every USL game, getting the recognition that they deserve as well. Back underway in the second half again, just resetting things for you. Orange County up by 1-0 and up a man as well after Santi Mawar, who again had so many good moments early on and then had that big chance that he missed on the line that hit the crossbar. He gets sent off with 2 yellow cards in the first half. And
as a forward, getting two yellow cards, I mean, a coach, it keeps coaches up at night to hear things like that.
Especially after he had made some contributions as well. And like you said, Brian, it didn't quite add up in my head until we had it run down there during the halftime highlights. But quick decline there from Santi Moore after he misses the chance. He probably was frustrated that one of his teammates gets a tough tackle against him in transition, and then he boils over a little bit and he ends up costing his team even more.
Correct. And Rick Shantz is going to probably have some words for the Spaniard after this game, but it also means a suspension for Santi Moar. He was trying to get back into this Phoenix Rising team, get some playing time. That's going to set him back.
King on this near side for Phoenix to Solomon Asante. Lovely ball into the penalty area. Maybe a chance to turn, to shoot. And the shot is gobbled up by Dube. That's better from Phoenix Rising as Junior Flemings puts the shot on target.
Well, like we just talked about, Asante is going to drop deeper and play behind Dadashov and Flemings. His Flemings right up in the 18-yard box now and gets a good shot off. Easily handled by Dew, but it shows what this front three can do as they're paired up together yet again.
Pressure from Flemings forces a long clearance. Lambert got to it first and sent back forward towards Baquero. Here comes Orange County. Lowski's had some good moments himself, tried to find a teammate. I think it was Jones down that far side, just too far in front of him. And Phoenix will reset with a throw-in.
Yolski is that delicate, creative midfielder. That pass was just a little too far ahead for the overlapping run. But certainly the number 20 is an attractive type of player. Excellent to see on the ball.
A little bit of token pressure here from Orange County. Here's King. Gasipli thought he had ushered that out and did for a throw-in. Good pressure by Seth Gasipli on this near side.
What disciplined defending it was. They gave them the first third of the field, and as soon as that ball crossed the half, Gasipli was right on top of Donnell King, not giving him any room at all and causing the turnover.
Smith batters that out of play off of Farrell. Initially was Okoli, who was trying to move forward with his big frame in towards the penalty area. do. Finds its way over to Smith. Kickoff. Oh, what a lovely ball that is to switch fields onto the far side. Finlayson.
Aiden Quinn has eyes at the back of his head. There, I said it.
I'll get the scientists to prove it if you want. We can do some tests. That's out of play, though, for a goal kick.
Well, when he is in full flight and in rhythm, which he is tonight, Aiden Quinn is just a joy to watch. Just spraying the ball around the park. And a nightmare for any backline.
Well, that guy's a joy to watch, too. We haven't seen too much of him yet, Solomon Asante, but he wins a free kick there after a lovely couple of touches there. Seen a little bit more from Kickoff as well, although sometimes he plays in a position where if you don't say his name a lot, he's kind of doing his job.
Well, the number 8 on his back personifies the type of player he is. He is box to box, Mr. Energy, into every tackle, and also shows up into the attacking third. Just such an important part of this Orange County midfield 3.
Okoli tried to control it and wins a free kick for Orange County, just on the Orange County side of midfield, as Whelan retreats to set things up defensively for Phoenix. What's it going to take, you think, for Phoenix down a man to find that spark we normally see from this rising 11?
I think what we saw a couple of minutes ago is Solomon Asante linking up with the two forwards.
Here's a chance, though, in the meantime for Orange County. Boy, Jones maybe took a little too much time on it. Didn't quite have time to pick out a pass, but here's Lambert for Phoenix. Oh, lovely step over.
This is Lambert, which people pay money to watch. He plays defensive midfield, not going to be the most sparkling player on the field, but look how he creates room for himself and other players. Just effortlessly, the lanky holding midfielder. Supreme ball handler, leads the team in interceptions with 9, and just creates room for other players.
Tried to pick out a pass there, but Aiden Quinn was up to it and cut out the passing lane that time. Jones was sprung forward, but just a little too far out in front. Bjornathan.
It looks like Bjornathan has recovered from that opening 5-minute onslaught by Darwin Jones. Things have seemed to have settled down on that left-hand side in Phoenix. Darwin Jones himself has seemed to have quieted down in the last 20 minutes of the first half.
Plays like that, though, from Kickoff. I mean, that just when Orange County are humming, that midfield is tough to deal with.
Everybody wants to get a hold of the ball. There it is again, switching the play, using the extra man.
Finlayson is that extra man, finding Jones. He's just been a nuisance on that far side. It was on the near side, obviously, going the other way in the first half. Smith, another lovely switching of the fields here from OCSC. Kickoff.
Well, Phoenix were compact before the game started. Well, with a man down, they've just turned it up a notch in staying compact. So all the room is going to be for Orange County on the wings. And being up a goal, you can bet your life they're going to use it, as you can see right here.
This is where Orange County could really get into a bit of a comfort zone here.
Sure.
Keeping their possession, and
the onus is on the white shirts to come forward now and get this ball. They are in no hurry, and well, they shouldn't be.
Orange County last year finished 5th in the Western Conference with, again, a really balanced attack. Again, Michael Seaton ends up moving on at the end of last season to go play in the 3rd Bundesliga, but most of the guys are back from a team that, again, could have done some damage in the postseason last year, but fell at the first hurdle in the first round of the USL Championship playoffs. But it's always a threat, a team that's always given Phoenix a little bit extra trouble at times in the West. And chance there, was that a handball? Appeals here in the penalty area. It was a lovely ball in behind for Oloski. And he's still having a couple of words with the referee, asking him if he saw it.
Well, Oloski started that attack just after the half line, turned on his man, passed the ball out to Darwin Jones, and then got it back with a clever run. And again, almost winning a penalty as we saw the penalty cries here. Here it is. Jones releases Yolski. He tries to cut it back to the penalty spot. And yes, it did hit Corey Whelan's hand. And in my books, that is a penalty.
Not quite cleared because Sipley swung and missed. Finlayson tried to keep it alive. And in the end, Lubin gobbles it up. Boy, Whelan was in a tough spot there going to ground, as you mentioned earlier. Not always the best thing to do as a defender, but
yeah, unfortunately.
Looked like it might even hit his number 4 on the back first and then hits off
hits the hand, correct.
And hit his hand. Boy, Lowski had a bit of an argument there. Here come Phoenix. Flemings was denied initially and will shepherd it out for a throw-in for Phoenix Rising. Baquero. Fleming's not the best first touch. They're almost lost it. Baquero regains possession for Phoenix.
Seems to be a disease passing through this Phoenix team, that heavy first touch in this game. Usually tight control, causing other teams havoc. Now that heavy touch, taking the pressure off of the defenders.
That was one of the things Rick Shantz stressed to us yesterday, was making better decisions when you've got more possession of the ball. And a lot of Orange County's threats in the first half were off of Phoenix mistakes, passing in between them in the midfield, I should say. And we've seen a little bit more of that in this second half, and Orange County is just eating it alive right now. Still a chance, though. Lambert into the penalty area. And Flemings was in there, along with, I think it was Dadashov, and nothing much doing there. Orange County looking to hit the other way. Chrysostomo, lovely ball.
Beautiful.
Okoli's first touch, not great, was a collision at the edge of the penalty area, but Okoli is deemed to be the guilty party and he'll go the other way. And he's saying that he was the one that got clobbered.
Awkward call by the referee. I don't think Michael Radchuk got that one right. However, I think it was a no call as the contact was inadvertent. Great pass by Chrysostomo. Ball goes up in the air and, well, Joe Farrell turns his back on the ball, and I think Sean Okoli, looking at that replay, has a very good argument. No attempt by Joe Farrell. As soon as you take your eyes off the ball and turn your back on it, that contact could be used against you as a defender.
And the stoppage here is Rick Shantz having a couple of words with the referee, and potentially, I think, based on one of the angles we had, there might be a couple of players starting to get ready here. We'll have to see and see what Rick Shantz decides to do. But back to that last sequence there, Ryan, I think your first indication of no call might have been the right decision, but when you look at the other angle there, Okoli kind of doesn't really initiate any contact.
Yeah, I mean, we have the benefits of the replay, but I think referee Radchuk had to make a call at the end and protected the defender in that instance.
And it looks like there's going to be a cavalry of Phoenix Rising players getting set to come on here. Lagos Kunga is one of them who will come on for Phoenix. Sam Stanton as well will enter the game. There's Kunga. Sam Stanton, formerly of Dundee United, also enters the fray. So Baquero, Bjornathan, and Dadashov are all off.
Well, to get that goal back, fresh legs are needed up front to press the ball. Kunga's coming to facilitate that. Stanton, another set of fresh legs in midfield. Excellent in possession, can distribute as well. So Rick Shantz rolling the dice early. 57 minutes gone, 58 now. Giving himself some time to get back in the game.
Here comes Orange County with a rebuttal here. Off the bench.
Leaving the field, number 12, Daniel Chrysostomo.
Chrysostomo is actually going to make way for Harry Forrester here. After having a really strong first hour of the game.
Same type of player, but Chrysostoma had a fantastic first 57 minutes, as we said.
Darwin Jones.
Darwin Jones makes way for Kevin Coleman, who scored in the first meeting between these two just over a week ago.
Well, 90 miles per hour just comes off the field for 92 miles per hour. The Porsche just makes way for the Lamborghini.
Must be nice. Handball appeal. It's a penalty. Well, Okoli was in there again. Phoenix can't believe it. But the referee didn't take too much time to make a decision there, and King was the first person there to protest for Phoenix.
Well, Orange County could not ask for a better night. Game plan has worked perfectly so far, and now have the perfect opportunity to go up 2-0.
Another look at it here.
The flick on by Okoli and the handball by Joe Farrell. No.
Oh, that's clear as day.
Looks like it was...
It might have been King, you know.
Darnell King coming across to help.
And his arm was definitely in an unnatural position as he was trying to defend that. And in the end, King is the guilty party. He's still the one also pleading his case, but...
Seeing inadvertent, understandable, but... Again, that hand helped him defend that play, and your hand cannot be in any way of use. It cannot be an advantage for the defender. Coley trying to hold up the play, trying to flick it on. And Donald King's hand got in the way of the ball and would have made an advantage for the defensive team. Go ahead.
What a massive moment for Aiden Quinn, who's had a phenomenal game for Orange County distributing. He now has a chance to cash in from the spot and maybe put a fork in Phoenix tonight.
Well, being the set piece artist that he is, he's going to relish this moment, the number 14. Waiting for the referee's cue to start his run-up.
And Michael Radchuk just making sure everyone stays out of the penalty area. Just under 30 minutes to play. Big moment here. Aiden Quinn for Orange County, and he smashes it over the top. He slips on the spot, and it goes over the bar, and Phoenix maybe have just been given a huge lifeline.
Well, here he comes. Plants that right foot, and there he goes in the exact same spot that Darwin Jones in the first half in that same box slipped when he rounds the keeper. Seemed to be in the same area. And Aiden Quinn, unlucky, through no fault of his own, lost his footing. And like you said, gives Phoenix Rising a second chance.
To be fair to Zach Lubin, he maybe would have had that covered. But either way, tough break for Orange County and Aiden Quinn. Like you said, Ryan, did everything right. The technique looked like it was spot on, and then at the end, the pitch gives way.
Planted the right foot right next to the ball like he should. Was going for that top right-hand corner. And with Aiden Quinn's touch, would not have been a problem. But with the slip, the famous slip, as they call it, it's now, the game is still 1-0 Orange County.
Well, the Phoenix Rising substitutes have something to play for really now. Jack Barnby, Kunga, and Samuel Stanton have come on. Can they be the ones to maybe make a difference here over the last 28 minutes or so?
Well, Jack Barnby, known for being more of like a possession-type player. With the amount of errors that have happened in the center circle today for Phoenix, he will be a welcome addition to slow things down and create some possession.
Forrester tried to find Coleman. Okoli's in. Oh, the ball maybe looked like it was a little closer than it was in the end to Okoli, but And again, really, really strong build-up play from Orange County. And they almost broke Phoenix down again.
Patient. They have been so patient. They know Phoenix are going to stay compact. They're coming down the sides and then working the ball in.
Lovely first touch by Asante. Flemings keeping it alive. Oh, almost found a fantastic chance there for himself, but it was blocked. Kisipli leads the charge the other way. Coleman. Oh, fantastic work to get past the defender there. Coleman keeps on going here. Forrester. Chance here for Okoli. Stayed up, thought he was fouled, not given by the referee. Still with Orange County. Forrester again. Kisipli leaves it for Smith, and Orange County can afford to take a little bit of time here if they don't have a chance to break things down.
It's been the MO all night. Disciplined on defense. The passing has been exact and accurate. And Phoenixes have to work with every possession. Nothing given away. Nothing cheap.
Chance here. Shot was blocked there. It was Quinn trying to make amends. And Marcos Kunga comes away with it for Phoenix. And
well, this is the
he was fouled.
Sean, when they get pinned back, even though when you win the ball, like Lagos Kunga did there was nowhere to pass. There was no outlet. You're so deep in your own half, and orange shirts all around you. It's been a stifling sort of last 15 minutes by Orange County. Here's Kunga, and there's the bump by Finlayson. Well-deserved free kick. But it just gives you a quick snapshot of what the game is like for Phoenix now, all uphill.
Although despite that, it only takes one chance for Phoenix to possibly get something from this game. They still have 25 minutes.
Well, we talk about styles make fights. Last week, Phoenix were the team that was up 1-0, and they gave up the equalizer. This Orange County team has a different style. They're going to be more conservative, and they're going to make use of this extra man. So that equalizer, Phoenix Rising are going to have to come up with something special.
That ball goes out of play off of Phoenix. It's an Orange County throw. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Orange County Soccer Club and then click on the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus get reminders on Orange County's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Here come Orange County. Okoli, the goal scorer, lines it up, and Lubin's there.
Well, number 20, Yulski, started it all up. He set the table for Okoli. Okoli took a touch, had a good look, but went for more placement rather than power. And Zach Lubin handled it easily.
Lovely touch there to find Coleman by Olowski on that far side. Coleman nearly got past King, and Olowski helps him out here. And then King defends well on that far side. It's an Orange County throw-in. He's had some really good moments tonight, Ryan Olowski.
Just this sort of player that drifts in and out of the game, has a beautiful touch on the ball, good vision, and he just steps into those channels.
Okoli, not the best first touch there, and it's Lambert who cleans things up. Here's Asante, and he's clipped from behind by Forrester. Phoenix will quickly boot this downfield, and another free kick as Kunga was trying to gain control.
Well, they're moving the ball up the field by hook or by crook. Looks like one free kick after another. But Phoenix Rising trying to find a way to claw back into this match.
Yeah, I think Phoenix will take anything at this point just to get the ball out of their own end. I don't think anybody thought we'd be saying that with 20 minutes to play.
We look at Whelan asking for the ball over here. OC sitting all the way back, 2 lines of 4.
Lambert. Ball played towards Flemings, who scored here just over a week ago for Phoenix. Here's King. Ball played out wide by Stanton. Good ball in. Flemings was up highest, but couldn't quite get contact on it. Asante saves for Phoenix. Couldn't quite get through one-on-one there, but it stays with Whelan. Stanton. Lambert's pressured, but still finds Asante. Lifted a lovely ball. Fleming's fighting to get to it, but he was second best, and Quinn kind of miskicks it for Smith. Again, not quite clear by Orange County, but Asate's pass is picked off by Forrester. And Forrester will clear it upfield.
Just a beautiful defensive sequence again by Orange County. Staying compact like we talked about in the keys of the game, allowing Phoenix to try to beat them on the cross. Phoenix only 5 successful crosses at the beginning of this game. That's their Achilles heel. Orange County not allowing them to beat them on the turf. So allowing them the room outside.
Coleman to Ilowski on the edge of the penalty area. Still a chance for Orange County. Kasipli was the target from Finlayson out wide, but it's out for a Phoenix Rising throw with 21 minutes to play. Still that goal from Sean Okoli in the 20th minute separates the sides.
Well, a chance for both teams to collect their breaths here. Here's Orange County now trying to pin them after that throw-in.
King, not the best first touch there, and it was deflected away by Coleman, but luckily Whelan, I should say, in the end, it was Farrell who was in the right position to make sure that didn't lead to a massive mistake.
Oh, look at
Lovely
the touch by Quinn. Just beautiful. There he is now.
Great from Kasipli as well. But Okoli's first touch wasn't great, and Lambert clears. But it stays with Orange County.
Well, Okoli has done his job being the target man. His touch has not been the best, but he's been available for his midfield to use him as an outlet and take some pressure off of that stifling midfield play.
Finlayson looking for help here.
Oh, beautiful.
Headers back and forth, and a free kick won by Coleman. And the frustration is starting to set in a little bit for Phoenix, as Barmby was not thrilled with the free kick going against his squad.
Caution in the 71st minute. Presented to Phoenix Rising Football Club player number 8, Jack Barmby.
Looks like Barmby, it was Coleman who's full of confidence, tried to bring it down. Barmby put the arm around him. That gives the referee no choice but to call a foul and put him in the books.
Yeah, it is a confirmed yellow card for Jack Barmby, so he retreats, and that was probably the real reason he was frustrated, not just giving away the foul, but the fact that he was booked for the challenge. Good ball in by Quinn. Good fall here for Ilowski. He chests it down. Oh, has some room here. Good ball in, headed away by Whelan. Lambert tries to...
Look at the difference in height. Lambert, the 6'4", and Whelan, the 5'7".
I wonder how the one-on-one would go on the courts there. Lambert was able to shield him off that time. Here's Asante. We haven't called his name that much tonight. Tries to find a teammate in behind. Oh, it was Dew who made a little bit of a rash challenge there. He was way off his line, but luckily got to it, and then a foul against Kunga goes Orange County's way.
Well, it was OC who got caught with a high back line there, and Frederick Dew did an excellent job coming forward and using his head. Sort of a Manuel Noor sort of clearance. There it is. Could have gotten a foul. Referee kept the whistle in check.
It's a good thing he got to that, that's for sure. When your goalkeeper comes that far out, got to make sure you get there. Here's Coleman, meanwhile. Okoli over the top. Nearly a second for Sean Okoli.
Well, Coleman, who replaced Jones on that right-hand side, who's booming with confidence, sets up Okoli with close to being a sitter, Sean, as they say. And he spoons it over the bar. That could have been game, set, match. But again, Phoenix Rising hanging around.
I was just going to say, Orange County's had a couple of chances, Ryan, to put this game away. Phoenix, despite being a man down, are still kind of hanging around here. There's still time.
Sean Okoli did a great job in the first half, doing a lot of work to get the goal, the first goal. And then that number 9 getting into the position to tuck one away. Just can't seem to convert that chance.
Kunga was the target there. It's a Phoenix Rising throw. Barmby. Whelan's open on this near side, as well to control. Asante. First time ball into the penalty area. It's laid off for Whelan. Can he get there? Yes, he can, but he couldn't quite find Flemings. And it was cleared away. I think it was Kiernan who got there first defensively for OCSC. All the way back by Farrell, and Lubin will reset for Phoenix.
For Phoenix to get back in this game and get a goal, just want to see Solomon Asante get on the ball more. Yes, he's releasing passes quickly, but want him to see to make some more commanding decisions. Start to take the game by the scruff. Maybe run at players, create some more room for players in the last third. Here he is.
Asante swarmed just outside the penalty area after it was won back initially by Stanton, the substitute. And fouls against Farrell. He can't believe he could hear him on the sidelines there. Not thrilled with the referee's decision, but Okoli wins a free kick for Orange County.
Well, it's a long road, down a man and down 1-0.
Great effort there by Whelan, wasn't it? Just to get a ball into the penalty area there.
And to put it back in a dangerous spot, just to hook your foot around it, or when you're off balance, and put the ball back into the mixer, as they would say. And that was his center back, by the way.
Hydration break.
Second half hydration break with 15 minutes plus added time remaining. Boy, a lot to still be determined in this group, but even just in this game as well. Obviously, these two teams met just over a week ago. Phoenix, despite getting a road draw, felt the more disappointed of the two, felt like they should have left Orange County with 3 points. Now they're just trying to get a point. They'd be fine with a point at this point, no pun intended.
Correct. I mean, but they'll have to take some risks. They're going to have to leave themselves even more exposed at the back. But being down a goal, you have no choice at this moment. 15 minutes left. But if you're Orange County, you have to kind of sit back a little bit. You don't want to be that team like Phoenix Rising last week, being up a goal and getting caught on a counter-attack. You want Phoenix Rising to break you down to get that goal. Make it tough. Make them build up from the back. Not to get a counter press and have 2 passes and into the box. So Orange County, keep the ball out wide. Make Phoenix go out wide and pressure you out there, and only bring the ball back into the middle with conservative passes, not risky passes. Now Phoenix on the other end, they're going to have to press and press high. Take chances and allow Orange County to go over the top with long balls, and let Sean Okoli dominate the game if he can again with another ball over the top.
Fans follow Orange County and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+. Follow the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. This is what you pay for. You pay for these big-time matchups on ESPN+. Phoenix and Orange County are certainly two of the West's heavyweights, and meeting for the second time in just under 2 weeks. It's been another drama-filled affair, and there's still plenty more time to go to see who's going to leave with the good result here tonight.
Well, Sean, COVID-19 has taken so much away from us, but it has given us this format where teams like this, such high-caliber teams, will play each other home and away just 7 days apart, which makes it for just amazing viewing.
Junior Flemings and Kevin Coleman were the goal scorers when these two met back on July 16th. Tonight, it's Sean Okoli, his first goal of the season. Only the second goal Orange County have scored this campaign. And at the moment, it's enough for 3 massive points for Orange County Soccer Club. Can they finish it off? Remember, again, if you're just joining us, Phoenix Rising are down to 10 men after a Santi Moar red card at the end of the first half for 2 yellows. And since then, it was already kind of going Orange County's way, to be fair, but since then, it's really been Orange County's game to lose.
Just a quick observation. We just saw Lambert control that ball and start a quick counter. One of the Orange County midfielders put his arm around him and pulled him back to stop the play. A very calculated foul, yet no yellow card. We just saw Jack Barmby do the same thing to Coleman a couple of minutes ago and went into the referee's box. Just want to see Michael Radchuk to be a little bit more consistent with that calculated foul, if you will.
Kunga, the substitute, into the penalty area, and it's out for a corner kick as Kiernan was able to get to it first. Well, this is what Rick Shantz is hoping for from these substitutes, some fresh legs, and Kunga helping to win a set piece for Phoenix here.
Well, look out for Junior Flemings. Got a goal last week off of a header against this very team. It was a flick on it in their post.
Good ball in here. Lambert jumped high, couldn't get to it. Served back into the penalty area. Was he offside? Play continued, and then it was clear to Sante. Was right there on the doorstep. Couldn't get to it for Phoenix.
Well, it's that corridor of uncertainty for defenders, trying to get out of the box in time, but then can caught with the through ball.
Well, Phoenix are throwing the kitchen sink out here. King out for Phoenix. Jordan Schweitzer is on for Phoenix Rising, and Joey Calistri is going to come on as well. 6 goals last season for Phoenix Rising. So Rick Shantz is putting every last piece he can out there to try to turn this around.
Schweitzer's first touch.
Number 27, Kevin Lambert. Left the field, entering number 6, Jordan Schweitzer.
Well, I think it's player for player with Lambert coming out and Schweitzer coming in. Same type of defensive midfielder, physical. Not sure if Schweitzer has that same ball handling skills as Lambert.
Joey Calistri is certainly an interesting one. Last year at New Mexico, Phoenix were 2-0 down for a good portion of the game. It was a record crowd in Albuquerque. Joey Calistri scored twice in the last 15 minutes to salvage a point for Phoenix. He's someone that's been a super sub in the past for Phoenix Rising. Could he do it again tonight? He's got 10 minutes to make an impact.
But I love the intent by Phoenix Rising, though. Even though they're down a man, look at this. Look at the press here already. Committing players forward, 10 minutes to go. Catch me if you can, they're telling Orange County.
Okoli and Coleman fighting forward up front. Okoli using his body to gain possession. He's got Kasipli with him. He leaves it for Iloski. Coleman into the penalty area, and Lubin got there first. Okoli made a great run. Couldn't find him.
Well, great cross by Coleman, but excellent goalkeeping by Lubin to snuff it out.
Oh, and fantastic defending by Kevin Coleman as well. Kasipli lost it out of play. But boy, Kevin Coleman's extra effort there, just fantastic.
He's so full of confidence, scoring the winner last week.
Leaving the field, number 20, Brian Iloski.
Iloski's actually going to make way here. Chandler Hoffman is on for Orange County.
Well, if you want to put the game away, you bring in Chandler Hoffman, who's third all time on USL scoring charts, the number 10. Wildly veteran, shrewd forward, and can conjure up goals out of nothing. But replacing the number 12, 20, Iloski, who has had a great game, just playing in the channels and facilitating this Orange County front three. Looks like they're going to play a 4-4-2 with Okoli and Hoffman up front.
Calistri to Sante. Sante handled that, I think, and it will be penalized. He's saying it was on the chest. It's going to go Orange County's way regardless. Is there a late twist to the tail here in Irvine, California? Still time, as, yeah, didn't look like that was the chest, but tough to tell. Arm was definitely extended from Asante. Obviously a normal reaction.
Sean, looking at the commitment by Phoenix and the type of players they have on the field, and then you look at Hoffman coming in to play the counter-attack with Okoli, I'm telling you right now, I do not see this game staying at 1-0. I see another goal coming in this game just by the commitment by Phoenix and the counter-attacking ability of Orange County.
Could go certainly one way or the other here. Still plenty can happen between these two. Good chest on by Flemings, but it breaks down. Calistri comes over for the throw-in, and obviously Rick Shantz not treating this like he's down a man. He has sent on as many fresh legs as he can.
And you can't tell by them committing up front.
100%.
Orange County can't make use of the extra man right now.
Calistri, first time into the penalty area, Dew is there, and gobbled it up. And now he releases Coleman. Coleman, a push and a chase to get past Whelan, and Whelan said, all right, you're not that fast.
Yeah. Well, Coleman saw greenery behind Whelan and just pushed the ball and ran. And Whelan taking no chances. That is a nightmare for a defender with a quick winger with space behind you.
Kasipli finds Smith here on this near side for Orange County. The other big moment of the game was the missed penalty by Aiden Quinn about 20 minutes ago when he slipped on the penalty spot and sent it over the top. That would have possibly put this one to bed, but the door is still slightly ajar for Phoenix Rising, who are in danger of dropping, or I should say losing, their first game of the season.
Speaking of good chances, what about Santi Moara's chance in the first half? This game may have been or should have been deadlocked at 1. And because of that miss, Phoenix down a man through Moara's overreaction, and also that missed opportunity, also down 1-0. Oh, what a ball.
Okoli runs onto it.
Look at the awareness by Okoli, waiting for support.
Kasipli is that support. Oh, he almost opened it up there. Chandler Hoffman made a really good run. Forrester back to Hoffman.
No risky passes, no crosses, all conservative right now.
Coleman lost it. It was well cut out by Stanton.
Oh,
Kasipli, Sante was frozen there for a moment.
Aiden Quinn with that Busquets sort of style, just controlling the game deep in his own half, and now in the other third.
Classic example of that. Kasipli, it's through here. Chance to wrap it up. Deflected and wide. It's a corner, and it was right at the feet of Chandler Hoffman.
Wow.
And again, Phoenix are left off the hook.
Well, the through ball goes through the legs of the last man. What a pass by Kasipli, and a great tackle. Seems to be, is it Farrell or Whelan? Hoffman with too much time.
It's Whelan.
And Whelan comes in with could be a game-saving tackle if Phoenix can get back in the game. But the pass by Kasipli through the legs of Farrell, sublime.
Forrester takes the corner. Calistri, boy, almost touched it into a really dangerous area, but still clears it. Flemings. This is where Phoenix could possibly be a little dangerous, though it's a great header over the top. I think that was Finlayson over the top of Kunga. Here's Coleman, and Whelan's there again defensively for Phoenix. 3 minutes plus added time to go.
This is the time of Darnell King and Junior Flemings. Have to start linking up. Looks like Flemings lost control. It seems to be the theme for the night for Phoenix. Losing control on that first touch, and as a result, fouling the steady Nathan Smith. And telling the referee in his best Jamaican lingo how he feels.
It's certainly been frustrating at times for Phoenix, no question about that, but they've kept themselves in it. Orange County, though, would love nothing more than to put it away, but it's just too far in front of Okoli again, though it's been the game plan that's been working at a lot of times for Orange County tonight, aiming for that big target up front. Here's Nathan Smith running onto this. Backline for Orange County. Again, they've given up some chances, but they've been as stout as advertised. Lovely flick there to find Hoffman by Forrester. And now he finds Kisipli. It could open up here for Orange County. Kisipli waits, goes for it. Tapped away by Lubin. Coleman, side netting. And again, Orange County are leaving the door just a little bit open.
Well, this play all started with Forrester with the clever flick in the center circle. Then he gets the ball back. The clip to Kisipli. Kisipli takes his time, measures the cross. It goes all the way across, a hand by Lubin. And Coleman, with all that confidence, puts it on the wrong side of the post. And this game could have easily been 3 to 4-0. Now it stays at 1.
Schweitzer penalized as Okoli was down, is still down, I should say, on that far side.
And it's the time of the night when you get bring down, if you're from Orange County, where you check every lacing, you check your shin guards, you pull up your socks, take your time.
Free kick for Orange County. We're told that there's going to be 5 added minutes at the end of the 90. Still time for that goal that just seems like it could be coming for either side. Kisipli puts it into the penalty area over everybody's head and out for a goal kick.
Well, some leniency for Kisipli. Was on his weaker left foot, but it still showed that Orange County are committed to get that second goal with Hoffman and Okoli in the box.
So many candidates for a possible hero for Phoenix. There's the confirmation of the 5 added minutes. There's been so many candidates you could choose as Orange County's man of the match tonight. There have been so many heroes, as you see a yellow card brandished there. Phoenix wanted to keep going, but referee is trying to say, hey, I got a job to do here. Got somebody I got to talk to first.
This is part of the game, by the way. Yes.
Barnby floats it in. It might have been off of Orange County last.
Seems to
a
be
Phoenix throw.
Nathan Smith, excellent marking, but throw in for Phoenix.
Leastry leaves it for Whelan. Barnby does really well, gets past 2. Oh, finds a chance there, and it was just nicked away at the vital moment. Back in by Calistri, and it's over the head of Asante and cleared as far as Whelan. Phoenix keep on coming. It's off Kisipli, and it's out for a throw-in.
I love the patience of Phoenix for that first one when the ball got into Barnby in the middle. They need to continue that. Stop relying on the crosses. They're not a crossing team. They don't finish in the air.
Schweitzer almost miscommunication there between him and Zach Lubin. Okoli keeps on coming, and Lubin was in complete command the whole time. At least he can say that now. It's back with Forrester for Orange County. Can they hit Phoenix again on the counter? Do they want to? Coleman takes it towards the corner, gets past a man. It's wonderful from Coleman into the penalty area. Everyone's wanting it. Kisipli takes it, deflected wide. It's another corner after a fantastic piece of improvisation by Kevin Coleman.
Well, Kevin Coleman with the goal last week comes on as a sub, fresh legs compared to the left back in the midfield of Phoenix, taking players on, looks up, sees the orange shirts, drags it back to the penalty spot, and Calistri, he's everywhere. Box to box number 8, gets his laces over it, and great defending in the end by the center back for Phoenix Rising.
Take his time here with this corner. Forrester joins him. They could take it short, although the Phoenix Rising players are ready for it. Forrester does really well and wins another throw.
Well, good time management by Orange County. Very aware of the surroundings and the settings of right now. Keeping it in the corner. Kisipli, a good ball handler. Forrester as well.
If the result holds, Orange County will be within 2 points of the top of the table with a game in hand on Phoenix Rising. It stays with Orange County, 2 minutes to go.
You can hear the cries of corner by the bench the Orange County bench.
Boy, what a feather in the cap this would be for Braden Cloutier and his side. Still have 2 minutes to go, though. Asante not close enough there, and it was cut out by who else? Aiden Quinn. Okoli did really well.
Using that size, his body off his man.
Flemings scored last time these two played just over a week ago. Ball is deflected, it's out of play. It's a Phoenix corner with just over a minute to go.
But no surprise, Phoenix looks so threatening coming through the middle with Flemings and Asante. But yet they have to rely on a corner kick now, where they were successful last week.
That is the confirmation of Michael Orozco's Easy Street GPS yellow card. Ball in by Asante, it's cleared away. Lubin's actually up there, the goalkeeper for Phoenix. He better be careful here. He's able to find a teammate at least for a moment. Was that handled? Play continues. Does Phoenix have time for one more chance? Whelan. Asante. Back to Whelan. So many times Phoenix have been able to get themselves out of trouble late on. Asante trying to find Kunga. Oh, he misjudged it, but he kept it in. Time running out on Phoenix. Kunga dispossessed by Kasipli and Smith. Oh, how well done was that? So clean.
He's so confident today. Had a great game. And look at the distribution. And here comes Orange County now.
Kasipli, do they want to wrap it up here, or do they just want to run out the clock?
They have enough numbers to try and get another one.
Okoli. Coleman, who's been so dynamic since coming on. Okoli. They'll run it out, and they'll win it. Orange County pick up a massive win and 3 points as they beat 10-man Phoenix Rising by 1-0, and that man, Sean Okoli, his goal in the 20th minute separates the sides, and a dejected Phoenix Rising squad drop points back-to-back visits to Irvine, California. Sean Okoli is the hero. Phoenix Rising drop points again. We'll take a break, more to come as Orange County picks up a big win in Irvine.
With SDCCU mobile banking, you can manage, deposit, pay. It's like having a branch at your fingertips 24/7. Check balances, view account history, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. All from the convenience of your smartphone, at home or on the go. San Diego County Credit Union. It's not big bank banking, it's better.
Orange County 1, Phoenix Rising 0. What a big win this was for Orange County Soccer Club. Sean St. Jacques, Ryan Davis back here with you, wrapping things up. Sean Okoli is our man of the match, presented by Destination Irvine. What a game he had, being the target man up front. He took his chance in the 20th minute, and he ends up being today's man of the match. Let's take a look at this from earlier. It ends up being the biggest chance of the game for Phoenix. Santi Moir's chance off the crossbar. It's the save of the match, presented by Surico. Oh my goodness, what a chance that was. Surico, save of the match. Santi Moore, what a tough night for him. Couldn't quite get that one over the line. Ryan, let's take a look at the highlights from this one. This one was topsy-turvy really from the get-go. It started in the 13th minute. Big opportunity for Orange County as they had a man through one-on-one. It was Darwin Jones.
Well, the story of the game is that midfield for Orange County, finding their forwards against that high back line. Darwin Jones trying to round the keeper, couldn't finish it. But in the 20th minute, Aiden Quinn releases Sean Okoli, bodies off Mr. Wheeler, number 4, and a left foot rifle into the near post. 1-0 Orange County, and it's going to prove to be the decider as the big number 9 gets a valuable goal in the 29th minute now. Aiden Quinn again pulling the strings into Darwin Jones. They back off of Jones this time. He lets go a scud. Lubin gets his hands to it. They win a corner, but Orange County already setting the tone for the match. 43rd minute now, getting close to the half. The back heel by Dadishoff. Cummings is free. The dink over the top, and the crossbar comes to the rescue. Santi Moore somehow, someway unscores the goal. Best chance of the night for both teams. Moore misses it and erupts 2 minutes later, gets sent off. In the 62nd minute now, Okoli holds up the ball, flicks it on, and it comes off Donald King's left hand. Referee Michael Radchuk has no choice, points to the spot. Aiden Quinn slips to the ground, and Orange County gets a life, has some time, maybe a chance, but in the end, the score holds up at 1-0, courtesy Sean Okoli. 12 shots on goal, 13 shots for Rising, pretty equal in that department. Possession 50-50. Orange County came big in the second half and dominated that possession, Sean. They, in the end, came out trumps because of their game plan and exposing that back line by Phoenix Rising.
The Pro Sport full-time highlights say it all. It was really the goals that ended up mattering in this one. It was another memorable one between Orange County and Phoenix. Second time they've met in the last 2 weeks. Sean Okoli's goal separates the sides. Santi Moar sending off solidified the result. In the end, it's another memorable game in Group B, and Orange County makes up ground on Phoenix Rising. For Ryan Davis and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques, saying so long from Irvine, California. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.